Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. Now, my big question of today is what is your favorite cryptocurrency? And with that also comes the question, has this favorite of yours ever changed? For me, my real favorite used to always be Bitcoin, but after a while, I really started liking XRP more. Have you ever had a change like that? Or not at all? Let me know in the comments section down below. Having done that though, I want to explore quite an interesting subject that I think we can actually get a lot more info from if we tried. Now, the thing or phenomenon I'm talking about here are patents, specifically Ripple Labs patents, or patents that are, I guess, in connection to Ripple. Now, if you type in Ripple patents or something along those lines, you'll find a couple different things. And one fun fact I noticed that there's a difference between Ripple Labs and Ripple Inc. Because, at first I was looking at Ripple Inc. I was like, what is going on? This does not, it doesn't, it isn't logical. But eventually, I noticed that this most likely has nothing to do with what we're talking about, and I could kind of close it. We're mostly concerned here with Ripple Labs Inc. And the first thing that comes to mind here is most likely this date of patent. Now, I've been looking on the interwebs for a little bit about what the difference is between the grant, or no, between the filed and date of patent specifically. One of the other things I noticed here was this one. What is the difference between filing and priority date? But I still don't know if this date of patent should be the priority date or if it's something else. I've checked it out for a little second, couldn't figure it out. So if I'm saying something wrong about these things, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm definitely not the best guy in this legal stuff. Having said that, though, if this is an update or anything along those lines, it is still rather interesting that it happened a week ago. Why am I saying that? Because, well, this was filed January 17th of 2018. It was grand. And think about this. The inventors of this patent are Stephen Thomas and Evan Schwartz. Who are these guys, you might be wondering? Well, if you've been here for a while, you most likely know at least Stephen Thomas, because he used to be the CTO of Ripple and right now started his own company called Coil. I think most people know that company. What is interesting though is that Coil was started in May of 2018, and thus he was the CTO of Ripple all the way till May of 2018, meaning that once this patent was filed, he was still working there. And Evan Schwartz is a senior software engineer. He uses the Rust programming language. By the way, if you've ever checked that out, you know as well as I do that it's a freaking pain of a language. Nobody likes that. And is the co-inventor of the Interledger Protocol ILP. And he's been working at Ripple at that time as well. What I find interesting though is that both of them right now are not working there anymore. He quit in December 2019 and is only working at Coil. And Stephen Thomas quit in May of 2018, officially that is. So then, what type of what could this be? Why would they still update it then, or how does that work? Is this the end of the patent? No, that would be crazy, right? So, what is it then? I've read some other guys saying that this date is always like a discrepancy of about 1 year. Well, if you check it, it is. But some other articles said it can't be more than a year, and a lot of them are. So that's why I don't really understand exactly what the difference is, what it does. And by the way, if you were wondering, the abstract of this patent was in a method for executing software, a result produced from an execution of a copy of the software by a correspondent platform can be received from each of the plurality of platforms. A number of results of execution of the software can be determined, and to the extent to which the results match can be compared to a threshold. The matching results can be accepted as an agreed upon output of the software when the extent to which the result match is equal to or greater than the threshold. The software can include an implementation of at least a portion of an act associated with an agreement between at least two entities. That's indeed rather abstract and rather strange talk, but if you guys know more about this, put it in the comment section down below. All right, all the other ones here, they're quite obvious and stuff we've talked about before. Multi-hop pathfinding is just another update to the system. Multi-hop pathfinding, temporary consensus subnetwork in a distributed network for payment processing. It's rather cool, but again, this is 5 years ago, so it doesn't matter that much. So again, if you know more about that, let me know. I've been checking at trademarks and things like that as well, but I believe all trademarks we've covered on the channel, everything that I could find right now, we have seen before, and there's just always fun speculation about that. Even back in 2019, Bank of America files patent for settlement system citing Ripple. All these things, I don't know, I find difficult to look up because I mean you can easily look them up on Google and find that there is something. There's a patent here, and you can see, I guess, all the history here and understand a little bit better how this works. You know, with the priority and things like that. It's easier language than this right here. But to find these on the patents of Google, I don't really know how you would do those types of things. I really don't get exactly how you get that done. But still, I think you and I can now agree upon that we are not looking at this stuff properly enough. Why? Because look at this right here. Status is abandoned. Now, again, don't call me a freaking lawyer because I don't know what this means exactly, but to me, it kind of looks like the patent here was made, and then after a while, they were like, you know what, we don't want to go with it anymore, so we abandon it. About maybe a 1 and a bit year later. On the contrary, it could also be that they just have not updated it for a long while, and that is it. But I don't get it. Why does it say abandoned right there? What does that mean? This legal status here is pending. Maybe it just takes a lot of time for this one to be approved or something along those lines. This one has been abandoned, maybe. Maybe only this one is abandoned, the first one, and they're making something new. I don't know. I'm just citing things that I've noticed here, and since I'm not knowledgeable enough to make my own conclusions, I just want to put it up to you guys, and you conclude for me what it means. By the way, I was looking at this one right here. Ripple wins US patents for new Oracle-based smart contract, but that one seems to be offline. When okay, now it isn't anymore. Whenever I press this article, it used to be offline, offline, offline. Very freaking often I tried. So yeah, now it's about, I guess, like 3 hours later, and now that I'm trying, it is working again. But this site, or at least this page, was not working for the majority of the day. Rather strange. Ripple wins US patent for new Oracle-based smart contract design. It's actually fun because another thing I noticed is that Ripple has had a couple of issues with patents before, where like Pay ID, right, the trademark, I guess, issue, patent trademark, kind of falls under the same hood. But they kind of fixed it without people really getting any buzz about it. We all knew about the lawsuit, we all knew about the issue, but it really did not get into any heavy slur or anything like that. There was no harm felt anywhere at all within the community. This one, though, might be a little bit bigger since we've been talking about these smart contracts heavily, and I think now because of the smart contracts patent that they've gone for, maybe now it's going to get a little bit more attention. The older patents that Ripple has. But again, pages like this, I have no idea how to go over them. Like, where are you going to press to get more about Ripple? How does that work? And also, another thing I've never noticed is like, or never understood, I wanted to say, but I kind of understand, is that patents and things like that are often done by different companies. For example, if you have a company in the US, a patent is very often filed by, for example, a company in the Netherlands, or at least any pro, how do you say that? Any proprietary I don't know the name for it, but any like trademarks and things like that, they're often filed by a different company for tax purposes and for the sake of if your company Ripple Labs then goes bankrupt, those intellectual properties, oh, that was the name, are then under a different company, and the other way around as well. If one of those intellectual properties has an issue, they're not to interfere with your main company. And if you want to license them, sometimes that's easier if it's a different company and all those things. All this lingo here, though, again, you could beat it out of me before I would know. Fun fact, though, inventors of this one that we're talking about here, in a method for executing software, a result produced from an execution of the copy, yada yada yada. In a method computable, oh wait, not the upper one. In a method for executing software, a result produced from an execution of a copy. So it was actually filed January 17, 2018. Exactly what we're talking about um, right here. Was it right here? It was right here. January 17, 2018. Why is everybody so excited about it then? Now here's another thing. What does this filing date stand for? Related to U.S. patent documents. Okay, this is for related ones. I guess that is not too important. Why is this being linked right now? Because it got an update? You guys see where I'm coming from here? Where I don't get everything? And also, is this really the full list of patents that Ripple Labs has? Or should we also be looking at this other entity right now? This, like, what is it called? Let's see here. Ripple Luxembourg SA. You know, maybe this company then in Luxembourg has another whole set of patents that we might have not explored. You guys get me with this one here? Maybe there's some stuff we aren't seeing. Also, I mean, you can read these articles here, which are rather interesting because I mean they talk about some options for all of this. But one thing we are kind of forgetting is that Stephen Thomas here is not working at Ripple, yet we are very excited about a Ripple patent that officially is really not linked to Ripple directly. Again, Coil, Ripple, they fall under the same hood, sort of, because I mean, Coil uses XRP, and Stephen Thomas used to be the CTO, so the connections are, proper. But still, it's a fun thing to notice. And I know I went on a little bit of a rant about this, a little bit longer than I expected to. Another thing I noticed, I don't even know how long ago, was the Ripple X feature on the website. I just was messing around, and somewhere along these websites, I saw Ripple X mentioned somewhere, and it got me thinking, like, is it? And yeah, whenever you typed in Ripple X, it did show up on the, if you typed it in the bar, it showed up. Then I started looking, and yes, Ripple X was added here as well. Then a little bit later, I saw the tweet from Ripple stating that it was out. Then I also saw the Ripple's Mission in Action article, and everything kind of came together. But yes, Ripple has done another major update to their services and basically the way they showcase everything. But of course, this was known to us already because RippleNet, Ripple X, Ripple Swell, Ripple Impact, they were all given away by these trademark application in August 26th. You can, or August 19th even. This is on, you can see the link in the left bottom, right? uspto.report. or /tm/901-25188. Yeah, so it wasn't anything new, it wasn't anything special. It's just kind of cool that you can see all the different sections on the website now to possibly learn more about it. You can just kind of explore everything in there. And by the way, if you heard some crazy sounds before, it was definitely the rain. The rain here in the Netherlands is really strange. All of a sudden, it can rain ridiculously hard. 2 minutes later, not a single spot anymore. It's crazy. But yeah, the Ripple website got a massive update. Pretty interesting to check out and look through, just for the fact of, I guess, knowing what they're telling you investors. Um, but yeah, I guess that was it for today, guys. I got some other cool stuff to talk about, but I think I should keep it for another video coming out. One thing I guess I must mention, because I saw the bottom part here and I was talking about what people learn about, Ripple has officially now been doing YouTube ads. Is that correctly? I was watching YouTube and I saw a Ripple commercial? Or what? Now, if you ask me, I don't think it would be smart at all for Ripple to do YouTube commercials because, first of all, they got a lawsuit going on with YouTube, so that's rather interesting. Second of all, they're kind of supporting the idea that some of these ads on YouTube are the real Ripple and some of them are fake, leaving it up to the investor to decide whether or not it's fake or not. And yeah, I guess those two are good enough examples to illustrate why it might not be the best idea. Is this true though? I don't know. I cannot confirm because I don't get them. So, hmm, yeah, I can't really understand. I mean, I can't. Sorry, I laughed for the comment. I can't really say whether or not it's real. We know the video is real, but whether or not it was an ad, I can't tell. But why would he lie about this? I don't really know why he would. So that's pretty damn cool to see that they're doing that. Why? We don't know. Time will tell. But whatever you find about these patents and things like that, by the way, follow me over on Twitter. Do that right now and share whatever you find with me, or come hop over into the Discord and let's explore stuff together. I think it could be very cool. I'm also thinking about opening a research little bar in my Discord section so people can do different sorts of research and just stash it in there. But let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. See you guys again in another crypto video.